raining. I don't have a hat on either. Just ignore me going bald. Anyway, we had a pretty productive. I don't know what the last video I posted was. What day I posted? I don't know if it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday or Friday. Regardless, it was kind of a crazy weekend. We did quite a bit Saturday. I drug several logs out. Then at the end of the day, like after 5 o'clock, because I was going to push hard, try to drag kind of up until I couldn't see anymore. Had a minor breakdown, just enough. One of those breakdowns that it throws like a wrench in all your plans, just enough to really make you mad. And that's what it was. Got it glued back together yesterday evening. Yeah, about yesterday. It was dark when we left the timber from putting it back together. It was just one of those things that was a real pain. Anyway, raining today, so we didn't get a cut today. Regardless, I've got to go look at some timber this afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and post some clips I took the other day. I wasn't even going to make a video, but we're going to go ahead and post them and get them up. Basically, all I've done today is work on logger thread stuff. We sent out, I think, altogether 22 orders from over the weekend for logger threads. So it was kind of a busy day and busy weekend for logger threads. People at the post office, they hate it when they get behind me in line because we're usually standing there for a while because we send a lot of stuff overseas, international stuff. Excuse me. And anytime we got to fill out customs form or do that kind of stuff, it takes some time, which, regardless, that's everybody else behind me's problem at Lines Post Office. Regardless, we're extremely happy to be sending that stuff out all over the world. It means so much for what we do at Logger Threads. It's a fun project. I'm always excited to be working on new designs and new stuff for it. So if you haven't checked out the Logger Threads apparel line, definitely get over there and check it out. I know the newest design we dropped, the wood puller. We did a bunch of pre-orders on it. We've got all those shipped out. Of course, like any design, I'm the first one to wear them. And man, it's by far my favorite one yet. I mean, I love the tree hugger design. I really did. That we kind of collaborated with a little bit with Timber Pro on the tree hugger design. I loved it. I love the harvester. I love the fuel. But this new wood puller, man, to me, it's just an awesome design. And we've got some more stuff we're in the works with. Hopefully we'll be working with Casey and some of those guys at Timber Pro a little more on some new designs too. It's real good to work with them. I love their equipment. I love getting to kind of collaborate with them and kind of work together to bring out some awesome designs. So definitely check all that stuff out. Guys, I'm going to put this video together. It's nothing great, nothing spectacular, but at least give you kind of an idea what we're doing, where we're doing it at, what's going down there in the logwood. So hopefully it can dry out. We can get back to dragging logs tomorrow. It's going to be wet, but we need to move some wood. It's looking like it could very easily be a wet winter, and that's not good on the logging side of things. Good for prices, not good for production. Guys, thank you so much for following along. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check us out on all of our social outlets, Turner Logging LLC at Instagram, Facebook, right here on YouTube, and all the things we do at Logger Threads. And see you tomorrow. Day 2 of traipsing around the jungle here. It's like I said, I mean, yesterday I didn't use the tripod very much to do much filming because it's just, there's no good place to set it. And then you can see all the vines and stuff around all these trees, whether it be sawbriars or green vines, whatever. All this stuff is just overgrown, and this is really, really, really dangerous cutting compared to what we usually do. Usually we've always tried to have a good exit strategy when the tree's fallen. And even in this sense, we still try to, but when you go to make your run to get away, there's always something here to trip you up. And so it's dangerous. We're kind of here on the back side. I've been kind of working my way up along the bottom of this little creek. Dad's on top of the hill. It's pretty sparse right here, even this tree my saw's up against. I'm not gonna cut it. I'm gonna let it grow. You can see there's several just like that one right there. That's another candidate. We're just gonna let it grow. Another tall one right there. They're just, in my opinion, they're just not really big enough to harvest. I mean, I know there's guys that would harvest them, but in my professional opinion, we're going to leave those trees right there, just like this one here. They need to do some growing, I think, before they should be harvested. Of course, I do a lot of thinking as I'm working, but I was thinking this morning, one of those mulching head machines, it'd sure be nice to come in here ahead of time to beat some of this brush down, to get in here and cut these. But you see this stuff here, These are pretty hard. This limestone rock. This whole place is just solid limestone, and it's pretty hard on those teeth, I know. But some jobs are like this. Just you get spoiled after a while when you're used to cutting stuff that's easy to get to and don't have to fight the brush to it. So we're going to make our way on down the hill here. See if we can't find something through there. Dad just fired up his saw. He's, like I said, he's up here ahead of me, above me. And we'll warp down through here. My dad's bringing that tall one down there. That's a pretty good tree. He's gonna get that one down. We'll watch him here. And I've got 2 or 3 right in here, pretty good trees I'm gonna get. I don't know how many we've cut this morning. That's all we've done is cut. Me and Dad have both been cutting. We just got to this is such a big place. We just got to this little patch here on the back side. And you can see it's a lot of hedge and hackberry. Actually a pretty good pecan right there. There's a little bit of pecan mixed in this place. That's kind of unusual for here around Stockton, my area, to have that much pecan. But some pretty good trees in here. It just amazed me, just walking through here and seeing all the old stumps and the old treetops rotting down from years ago. And there's still to be timber in here like there is. It truly is amazing to me. And you know, we're walking past a lot of trees, we are. But that's why we're in here to do what we're doing today, is because we walk past a lot of trees. It's all about tree selection, proper management. Come on down there. Oh yeah, nope. Get hung up. It's all about proper tree selection and management when you're cutting. There's a pretty good little group of them right here. I'm gonna whittle them down. Nice to be out of the wind right here. Kind of brisk today. Decent little pile. Decent little pile. Dad, he went ahead and marched them up this afternoon. When we come back, I started dragging and Dad cut a few more up the branch here. I don't know how many I drug out. The skidder's sitting on the other side of the creek there. We still got several more to drag out over here on this side. That's a pretty good pile of them. Pretty good pile of them. Said we'll be back tomorrow and try to get a few more of them out. Try to add to that. I'd like to try to burn through this job in about a week's time if I could. Get through it. Me and Dad were talking today. I would say we'll probably 125 to 150 trees is what we'll cut off this job this time. And as I was dragging logs on the skidder, I got to thinking, I cut this with Dad in 99, 2007, then he cut it just a few years ago, part of it, and now we're back cutting it again. And I know he cut it back there in the 80s, cut all the big timber off of it back in the 80s. And I'm not so sure he hadn't. This might be his 6th go around on it, but it's been a heck of a place to produce this walnut. I know that. It's just been a really good farm. And it's a nice farm. It's a big farm. I was looking around today, and I used to trap not far from here, about a quarter of a mile. I used to catch a lot of bobcats, and I was thinking today how I'd like to come back and hear this winter here. Well, trapping season starts. Today's the 3rd. Trapping season starts in 17 days, which I never did my cat or canine trapping until later in the season, upwards about December 20th when I started all that. But I say that every year, how I'd like to do some trapping, but work always takes precedence and it kind of trumps everything. And so I work. And don't get me wrong, I love cutting timber just like today. It's after 5 o'clock now, and I've stayed late, made a full day of it, and you know, it's a place I just kind of feel at home when I'm working in the timber. It's almost relaxing, even though it's work. It's like I said, I feel at home there. But yeah, it's not a very good video today, I don't think. Like I said, just too brushy to really set up the old tripod to do much video, and maybe tomorrow. And there's parts of the farm we get over here on the river, it'll be different over on the Sac River. There's parts of the farm over there we'll be able to set up the tripod kind of on the hills over there where it's more open, and we can film some good cut. But in this jungle type stuff here where it's just vine and hedge and locust and rose bush. It's hard to really set it up and do much, but yeah, so probably see you guys tomorrow, I'd say. Have a good Saturday night. See ya.